Hi everyone, welcome to CB Channel. It's Emma. I'm here to teach you some heels technique today. We're gonna go over posture and bevels, and we're gonna work on some bevel switches. All right, so when we're in our heels, we have 4 inches of height here that we don't usually have in normal flat feet shoes, right, in our sneakers. So if you stand in that technical good posture with your sneakers with a nice straight spine, you'll notice that a lot of your weight is going to start dipping into your heels. In our heels, we want to be in our toes, right? We don't want to be relying on this just because there's not as much surface area as our toes, as the ball of our feet. So in order to do that, we need to imagine that our pelvis is full of some kind of liquid, and we want to tilt it forward so that that liquid spills out the front. Immediately once you do that, you'll notice that your weight starts to push into your toes a lot more, and I can lift up my heels nicely here, and it's very easy for me to do that in comparison to when I was nice and straight. So tilting that pelvis forward, we just want to make sure we're not dumping too much into our belly, squeezing that core in nice and tight. I'm going to bring those shoulders down and back. Imagine that I'm squeezing a pencil in between my shoulder blades, and I want my arms to follow that line. So I have a nice, beautiful line from my shoulders all the way to my fingertips that go right behind my butt here. In order to work on my shoulder flexibility for my beginners, it is always a great idea to grab those arms, grab those hands behind your back, squeezing them down. This is the position you want your shoulders and arms to be in ideally, right? So when we're just starting out, we can do this, and we can practice our technique with our arms here, or we can start off here and release, trying to keep those shoulders nice and squeezed together and get us into that position. Yes? Beautiful. Chest should be nice and lifted, as well as our shoulders, so that this is the position that we're in our heels. I should be able to lift up onto my toes very easily here, and you should be able to as well. All right, I'm gonna come over to the front. All right, now we're gonna work on using our hips to go all the way into our bevel. This will help us learn how to use our hips to transfer our weight during combos, during across the floor, or just during heels technique. So I want you to take the left hip and push it all the way to the left, all the way until your right foot begins to slide or rise up. Now, once I'm here, I should be able to lift up this foot. If you're not able to lift up that foot, I just want you to push that hip even more until you can. And once you can, this is how much you want to be into this hip when you pull into your bevel. So keeping that upper body nice and up, squeezing the core, shoulders down and back as we practiced our posture earlier. I'm gonna start sliding this right foot into the left foot, leading with my ankle first, pulling that ankle in as the toe slides out until my ankles touch together beautifully right there. I have a little triangle of negative space in between my feet, giving the most stability as possible as I'm in my bevel. So this is our right bevel here, squeezing up and down with the shoulders into that hip, together with the heels, and dropping that right knee nice and over that left knee. And I've got this beautiful curve in my bevel here. I'm gonna shoot that back out, and we're gonna practice getting into the left bevel now. In order to do that, we're gonna shoot the weight all the way to the right this time, all the way, until I can lift up this foot, this left foot, nice and easy. And then I'm gonna slide it all the way in to our left bevel. Same thing on this side. I have a nice triangle of negative space in between my feet. I'm leaning my hip all the way to the right, and I'm pulling up with the upper body, down with the shoulders. Arms are following that line as well. Beautiful. We're gonna do some bevel switches. So from our left bevel, we're gonna go ahead and rotate around into the right bevel. Just like that, that's a bevel switch. Let's do 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch, and switch, and switch, switch. 4 more, switch. 3, and 4. Beautiful. We should start to feel nice and warm in our toes, nice and tight in our core. and definitely ready to take a heels class.